Hey guys, this is a video on how we can use our calculator, our TI Nspire, to check our work from last time. So just as a quick recap, what we did last time was we took the equation of a circle in general form, and we used a method called completing the square to turn it into center radius form. And the reason that we do that is so that we can find the center and the radius of the circle. So I'm going to use this example. This is our purple sheet from last time. To show you how we can use our calculator to check that work. So the first thing that I'm going to do is go to our scratch pad. Instead of going to the calculate screen that we normally go to, we're going to go to graph. Once the graph pops up, I'm going to go ahead and hit the menu button, which is over on the right hand side below the dot key. We're going to go to option 3 for graph entry/edit. And we're going to go to option 3 again for equation templates. And we're going to go to option 3 once more for circle. Then we're going to go to option 2 for standard form. And you can see that an equation template pops up here at the top of the screen. So all you need to do is type in your coefficients. So the first box is your coefficient for your x squared term. Your x squared term has a coefficient of 1. And then your calculator prefills a coefficient of 1 for your y squared term as well. Going to the next box, it's asking for your coefficient of x, which is a positive 10. Arrow over. Your coefficient of your y term is a negative 2. And then arrow over to that last box, that's the constant. Now when we did this by hand, we moved the constant over to the right side of the equation. Your calculator here is asking for it on the left side. So we have to move this positive 10 back over to the other side of the equation, which is going to turn it into a negative 10. Once I have my equation typed, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. Now in this example, the calculator is showing me my circle and showing me my equation. In some examples, you might not be able to see the circle on your screen. If that's the case, you're going to have to adjust the zoom on your screen. So I'm going to show you how to do that. If you hit menu again and go to option 4, which says window/zoom, and then your best bet is zoom fit, which is all the way at the bottom. It's option A. And then your calculator just goes ahead and basically fits the screen to the circle. Now it doesn't look like a circle right now, and that's for 2 reasons. First of all, your calculator screen is not a square, it's a rectangle, so it is stretching it out a little bit anyway. And then the other reason is because of the scale of your x and y axes are no longer the same once you hit the zoom fit. But either way, it doesn't really matter. What I do want to do next is move my equation kind of out of the way. So if you move on your trackpad, if you move your arrow, your cursor down to your equation, notice that it turns into an open hand. If you press and hold on the center of your trackpad, it becomes a closed hand, which means you've grabbed that equation and now you can move it. And I'm just going to move it down to the bottom of my screen, kind of where it's out of the way. And if I hit the center trackpad again, the hand opens and I've let go of the equation. So the next thing that I'm going to do, now that I have my graph, is go ahead and find the center of this circle. So to do that, I'm going to go to the menu key once more, and I'm going to go to option 6 for Analyze Graph. Then I'm going to go to option 8 for Analyze Conics, and option 1 for Center. Now in order for it to show up on my screen, I have to click somewhere on the circle or on the center. So I'm just going to go ahead and go to the center using my trackpad, and I'm going to click, and then my center shows up here. Again, I'm going to move that out of the way. It's kind of hard to see because it's right on my x-axis. So notice right now I don't have an open hand. I just need to hit the escape key, and it turns into an open hand. And then I'm going to go ahead and press and hold till it closes, and then I'm going to move it out of the way. And click again to let go of it. And this is telling me that my center of my circle is negative 5, 1, which is exactly what I said it should be on our example. So far, so good. Next, let's check our radius. So once again, I'm going to go to Menu, Option 6 for Analyze Graph, Option 8 for Analyze Conics, and Option 7 for Radius. In order to get the radius, I'm going to click again on the center of the circle, click, and then I just need to click one more time, and there is my radius. Once again, it's a little bit hard to see because it's right on the x-axis, so I could do the same thing if I hit the escape key. Then when I hover over the 6 and press and hold, I can move it where I can see it and press again to let go. So this is telling me the radius of my circle is 6, which is again what I said it should be in our example. So again, this is a way that we can double check our work. Our center is -5, 1, and our radius was 6.